Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zips, and welcome back to a different kind of video. So, as of I am recording this, the patch notes for patch 0.1.6 of the Bazzar just came out. I thought, I've never done something like this, but it sounds like it'd be neat. Let's do a little patch note analysis, I say. So, I have no idea how long this takes, so let's just get right into it. So, prefix. Is that the right word? Who cares? Little prefix, stuff that I think needed to be changed. I see enchant needed to go. Pig, I think, needed his, lower tier item, his, bronze tier to silver tier items buffed, because he has just a lot of dumb useless crap. I personally, I don't know if they need to, but I would kind of like to see them buff Vanessa ammo builds, because they're cool. They can be cool, but they're pretty bad. So yeah. Last thing is remove everything that says increase the enemy's cooldowns, because all those items just are horribly toxic. So let's do this. Let me make sure that OBS is actually capturing my Opera GX window. It is. All right, let's do this. First step, ranking and rating changes. We have updated the way ranking is calculated to be based off wins for the run rather than PvP combat. We have... Interesting. So, I didn't know it was like that before. So, if you, won your first day in a landslide, you would also fight somebody who won their first day in a landslide? Is that the idea of how it worked? Because if that was the idea, I'm glad they changed that, because that doesn't seem like a very balanced system. If we're... Yeah. Going... Calculate based off wins for the run. So you're always going to be fighting somebody with the same amount of wins as you, which is very interesting. I imagine if you're just, playing... If you're decent at the game, you should be able to, at least get, 4 wins, way more reliably, which is nice for rank. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because, you're guaranteed to, there's a high chance you're gonna be, getting pit up against, shitters who don't know what they're doing. So I think that's a good change. We have reset all current rankings back to bronze. Okay, just a little rank reset. General changes. Fix the issues with right sometimes offering out of order. Can I actually... Alright, no, I can't click on this. I think right was the genie event. So I guess that's just a little... That's just a little bug change. Level up loot rewards. Now spawns directly on top of the player's board or stash. Did it not already do that? Level up. Oh, no, I see. Okay, makes sense. Updated the drop rate tables. Primary impact is that bronze items phase out sooner and higher tier items start spawning sooner. Interesting. So for this change, you probably need to maybe it probably makes pivoting easier in the late game, or you can pivot out of a build sooner. The thing that's occurring to me is that if you have a bronze tier item that you really want to upgrade, you can't really do that outside of it's gonna be a lot harder to do that because of the increasing rarities. This is a bit interesting, but it does mean if you're looking for an item later, in the late game, it's not just gonna randomly be bronze because you're unlucky. Okay, many items have had their scaling updated. I guess that's just balance changes. In general, bronze tier numbers have been improved, and the overall scaling between tiers have been flattened somewhat. Okay. Fix issues where some level up rewards would provide XP like they were a regular encounter. Okay. Fix an issue where Pearl's dig site still counted as a merchant for certain interactions. I didn't know that was the case, but I guess that I don't really It's just like a small change. Could you see that? Did you see that Discord notification? Oh god, I really hope you couldn't. Let's just keep on going. What were we talking about? Personal stat. I guess that's not really like that's definitely a very minor change. It affects like what does that affect? Like certain skills on Pygmail. Alright, allow me to mute my Discord for a second. Alright, we are back. Alright. Enchantment Altar level ups. Now offers 1 enchantment altar. And the artist. Oh my god, that's a huge change. Wow, that's huge. 1 enchantment altar and the artist instead of 3. Yeah, because like the artist is like the random enchant, so you have way less control over what enchantments you want to see. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Because enchantments are a huge part of like going late game in the Bazzar. So like I don't know how I feel about you having less control over what you want to have. I don't know how I feel about that. I have kind of mixed feelings on that. The arrow visual effect that Arbalest, Ballista, Jabalian Longbow, and Runic Double Bow have been updated. I don't know what they're talking about. Improve the implementation of Portrait Click VO. Okay. Implemented caps on certain attributes to prevent integer overflow. IG Crane. The Crane integer overflow. Classic. Most freeze effects now target items of equal or smaller size. See, if that's like the change they're making the freeze items to freeze, we'll see. Enchantment changes. We are continuing to improve the implementation of enchants on many items. For example, most toxic and fiery now maps to the item's base output. Aww. So you're telling me if I have like I'm gonna have like a fucking weapon. I can have like a cutlass that like I can scale it. Or okay, wait, what would be like? I gotta have a fucking Atawaddle that like I buffed up, so now it has a 1 second cooldown, like 200 damage, and every time it goes off, it's applying 200 burn. Huh? That sounds crazy. That is impressive. That is very interesting. Alright. So now we are on to the balance changes. First up, Arbalest on Vanessa. Fix an issue that the item did not count as an ammo item for some specific effects. That's very funny. So now the damage is flat at 100. When you haste, this gains damage. This gains 60, 80, and 100 damage for the fight. So the scaling on Arbalest have been greatly increased, which is very interesting. I haven't really seen much from Arbalest, probably because it's not very good. But this definitely seems like a welcome change to it. Oh yeah, I was thinking Arbalest was the... Yeah, I was thinking Arbalest was like a different... Wait, is it... What weapon is Arbalest? Is it like the cross... Because he has like... Vanessa has like 2 different items that are like an Arbalest looking or like a crossbow looking thing. I don't know. Either way, this change looks nice. Beach Wall. Gain the toy type. Kit can now haste toy in addition to a codex. Nice. What the fucking toy items does Vanessa have? I can't... I know there was like a pig item that had the toy effect. Or the toy, like, keyword. I don't know. It was... I think gumballs have the toy. So yeah, if you get the beach ball from the Vanessa event, you can now haste your toy. You can now haste your gumball machine. Sounds. Alright. Barrel. This is definitely going to be a huge nerf. Shield. Alright. Cooldown increasement is huge. That's pretty big. It's now shielding 10 at base. And when you use an adjacent adjacent? Oh my god. It's now adjacent. That is now. They are still, I think Barrel's gonna be a very strong force in the early game, but I think this means it's gonna fall off even quicker. They really did just shoot Barrel, didn't they? Which I think was fair. Barrel was extremely powerful. Pretty much one of the strongest starts in the game. Outside is like some maybe dually bullshit you could get. But yeah, interesting. I think that is a good change. Ballista. So this is what I was getting Arbalest confused with. Alright, Ballista. Deal. Just a little damage buff. A little 50 damage buff. Didn't hurt no one. Bayonet. When you use the weapon to the left of this, deal. Alright, another little damage buff here. Now it starts at 10. Oh, weird. It goes from 10 to 15 to 20. So it does more damage for its first 2 levels. But then it like does way less damage for its like if you bring it up to diamond tier rarity. This is definitely an overall buff because you would literally never like be taking a bayonet anywhere like outside of like maybe like day 4. Or that probably being generous. Bolas. Another damage buff. Or another damage change. Starts higher, but then its flat changes, so it ends. Interesting. Okay. Bolas. I'm guessing this is gonna be the same change. Yeah. Cannon. Is this gonna be the same change? Yeah. Higher starting damage. This looks like a huge buff for Cannon. Actually, an insanely huge buff, because Cannon's only like the place you were only gonna use Cannon was in the early game because it just like falls off pretty damn hard. But now like Cannon is gonna be a pretty strong start, I think. Starting at 40 damage with burn, that's pretty impressive. Cannon nade. There's another little starting damage buff, seems all right. Captain's wheel no longer counts stash items for its cooldown. This is what confused me a lot, and I think this makes complete sense. Oh god, I sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? No, I'm fine. This definitely makes a lot of sense, because I was always wondering like why was my captain's wheel getting cooldown here? Now I know why, because it for some reason it counts stashed items. Now it no longer does that, and I think that is a good change. God, lots of. Holy shit, there are so many changes here. Oh my god. Alright, well, let's get reading. Concealed Dagger. Just a little damage buff. Concealed Dagger was only really there for the money, so not really a huge change. Coral is now healing a flat amount. A little bit more at bronze. More at bronze and silver. The same at gold and less at diamond rarity. Okay. This is like a very slight buff to Coral. I still don't think it's gonna be very good, but gained a barrel type. I didn't even knew this was a type. Or in the game. That's interesting. I don't think that's gonna have much. That's interesting. Gain 40 sheet. So it starts at shields 40 and it does not scale. Wait. It's flat scaling. So is there gonna be any? Okay. No, if I remember, it's like the benefit that Coral Armor gains is that it shields more with each aquatic item you buy as you level it up. Cutlass. Nice damage buff on Cutlass. Quite a nice damage buff. Actually, a fucking a very nice damage buff. It does 8 less damage at. Okay, well, this is probably not quite nice. This is probably just gonna be like a neat little change to it. This is very interesting. A lot of these changes seem to be geared towards the early game. I think it's very interesting. Disguise. Gain the apparel type. Insane change. I cannot wait for to see Disguise rise up in the meta. Double barrel. Oh boy. So, wow. This is like a slight buff to, this is like both a slight buff, but also like definitely a kind of impactful nerf to double barrel. It's slightly, no, I think this is just an overall, I think overall, this is probably a nerf to double barrel. It does less damage. It does slightly more damage at bronze and silver tier rarities, but it does way less damage at diamond tier rarity. And I feel like double barrel, that matters definitely. Dealing less damage at diamond tier rarity is definitely gonna matter, or like at higher rarities, is definitely gonna matter more than like some of these higher, than some of these other weapons, because like you could actually, if you get a very specific setup, you could take double barrel into the late game. And now that's just gonna make that way less likely, which is very interesting. Flagship. And they buff flagship's damage? Wild. Now it starts at 50 damage, starts at 50 damage, then to 75, and then they just like, wow, very good. Really nice flagship buff. Holy. Did not think like flagship needed that extreme of a change, but they did it. I guess it's not too extreme. 25 damage. It's just good. It's just good extra damage. It's, see how much of a change is made. Grappling hook. Grappling hook starts as at a bronze tier item. That's really interesting. Slows for, they nerfed the time it slows, so now it slows from, oh wait, no they didn't. They just made it so like now it has a time it slows for like at bronze tier rarity, which like it previously didn't because it could only appear as silver tier rarity. They are also making it deal more damage at lower tier rarities. Okay. I think this is a very good change. A very good change. I don't know if I'd say that because grappling hook's not an amazing item, but something, a struggle that Vanessa could have is that if you wanted to do like stuff with slows, like if you wanted to play Lighthouse at lower tier rarities, it was very hard to find like viable slow items. You really only had like Clamor at like bronze tier rarity, and then like you had to. It was something that happened like. An effect that happened greatly when they like put dock lines at silver tier rarity. Very interesting. Next up we are on to Grenade. Deal 50, 100, 50, 200. Just a, wow. Again, a pretty like sizable damage buff for Grenade. Okay, a lot of this, the lower damage, it is just another thing. Lower damage at silver tier, at like diamond rarity, really doesn't matter for a ton of weapons because you wouldn't be like taking, you really wouldn't be taking like, or at least like spending your level ups on your weapons. You'd be more likely to spend them up on like other scaling stuff in your build, like your beach ball so it can like hit multiple items, your weights so it's like it's increased scaling, your alpha ray, so it's also increased scaling. Yeah, you wouldn't really be like using your precious level ups on your weapons. So this is just a huge buff to a lot of weapons. Again, I use the word huge, like maybe that's a bit exaggerated, but it's definitely an impactful change, I think. I'd be hold on, I just need to check to make sure OBS was still capturing. It is. I'm pretty sure it still is. It still is. Alright. Hand axe. Deal more damage now, or less at the diamond tier rarities, so who cares? And now it's giving a greater damage boost. Now this weapon might be a bit clickable. It's previously was pretty bad unless you had like a really dire early game. This will make it slightly better. I still don't think hand axe is gonna be great. Still gonna be kind of weak in my opinion. Honing Steel. For weapons to the right of this gains 8, starting at 8 to 12. Wow, pretty nice, good, neat little number. I mean, it's not much. It's 3 extra damage at bronze rarities and 2 extra damage at silver rarity. I think this won't matter too much, but it's nice. I like Honing Steel, and them like giving a slight little number tweak should be all right. Ice Pick. Increase damage scaling. When you freeze, this gains. I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty much a nothing change, because Ice Pick is just going to become... They wanted to make Ice Pick good, they reduce its cooldown. Currently, the only thing that Ice Pick does right now is that it counts as a proc for... It counts as a small freeze item for Weather Glass. God, there's so many changes here. Javelin. 100 and... Fucking what? Javelin now starts at 120 damage at bronze rarities? Holy, man. Like, I was a low-key Javelin believer before. I think Javelin had some sauce to it. That's like crazy. Like, this is definitely like the biggest jump we've seen so far. Javelin now starts at 120. You get crit rate on this. It's doing like, you put crit rate on the Javelin and put it like next to a captain's wheel. This thing is doing like 200, like fucking, and just at like bronze rarity is doing 240 damage every second, which is pretty impressive. But if you can fit in some scaling, I think this Javelin is definitely going to be like a very like, gonna be high damage, so we'll still have to see like how useful just high damage items can be outside of like flagship builds. So that is very interesting. Katana. Just a little damage tweak to Katana. I don't think it's gonna matter too much because even at it's still like pretty weak at low rarities. And like Katana is an item that you buff with like a shadow cloak if you get lucky enough to find one. So deal 40 damage. When you win a fight, it goes from 40 to 60 to 80 to 100. So Langshan buff. That's a pretty good Langshan buff. More scaling. It's not bad. Nesting Doll. Gain toy type. Incredible. This is gonna change. Yo, I'm about to fucking rock up with my Vanessa toy build. Oh, man. Oh, man. Pet Rock is now also a toy. And it has more crit scaling, which is pretty good, pretty cool. And the damage on Pet Rock was pretty irrelevant. So, good little Pet Rock buff. Piranha. Base crit. Now, very interesting. Base crit. 20%. They start with base crit now. That's very interesting. That's like a pretty sizable buff for a pretty bad item. Will this make it like super usable? I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see though. Pistol Sword. When you use... I don't remember what Pistol Sword does. When you use an item, deal damage. When you use an item, so this is just gonna be like dealing 24 to, so like good little damage buff for a Pistol Sword. It's just like any Pistol Sword is just like enough, like a non-existent item in the meta. So I hardly even know what it does. Alright, we are on to Pufferfish. 8-second cooldown, my goats! The Pufferfish! Oh man, that's pretty big. 8-second cooldown. So, yeah, with the changes to charge, this might actually like be a good, and this might actually like impact the Pufferfish by quite an amount. I still think Pufferfish is gonna be a good like build rat for Vanessa, but I don't know, this seems harsh. And now just me, like, your pufferfish going off like 3 or 4 less times, I feel like is gonna be like in the early game, and like in the late game when you have a ton of hasting, that's probably gonna matter less. But like getting pufferfish to work in the late game was already hard. I don't know. This seems pretty harsh. Yeesh. I still think pufferfish is gonna be an okay item though. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that my goat can survive. Revolver. Some similar damage tweak to the other stuff. Rifle. Yeah, similar damage tweak. More at lower, more at lower rarities, less at higher rarities. Rowboat. So now it has an 8-second cooldown. Charge adjacent items. Bro, haste your small items. Oh! If you have 5 or more unique types, reduces items cooldown by 50%? Alright, a complete rowboat rework. So this actually might make the toy change matter. So you could have, like, let's say, you could have... And yeah, you don't need to run this with... This is not, like, exclusive to aquatic builds now. So you can run... You could run, like, let's say, Pet Rock, which is now a toy and a friend. You could run, like... Flagship? Yeah, sure. You could run Flagship. You could run an ant. There's like a weapon and a vehicle. Wow, that sounds really good. And like then you could be charging it. So this becomes a 4-second cooldown and charge adjacent items by 3 seconds. I mean, I don't know how good that does. Definitely an interesting change to a rowboat. 100% interesting. Seaweed. Right. Now seaweed change has just been now. It's like it's heal 25 at a flat rate. Does not change with its level up. I think this is gonna matter very little. Seaweed played in aquatic builds to scale its healing, so this shouldn't really matter. I guess now it's just like nah, this doesn't change anything. Sextant. Shiny. Your items have 10% crit chance from adjacent items have 20% crit. That sounds worse for Sextant. Shiny, it becomes, this has double crit bonus this has 1 multi-pass. Okay. It's like damage boosts for, like, lower tier damage boosts for Shark Claws. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Shark Gray is now 6-second cooldown. My goat is now scaling more at silver and gold rarity, which is pretty awesome. All right, I like these shark. I like me a Shark Ray buff. I'm down for it. That's pretty good. Not a bad Shark Ray buff. Shark Ray was like an item like I really wanted to get to work with. Like it's just something I caught on to, like, you should never play this. 6-second cooldown and increased damage scaling might actually make Shark Ray playable. We'll have to see. Shoe Blade. Oh wait, Shovel. Damage boost for Shovel. This does not matter. This does not matter. It just feels like a change they made because they did the other changes. Jesus, man, there are so many. All right, we're nearing the end of Vanessa's items. Shoe Blade. Gain the apparel type. Deal same changes. Oh, actually, it's just an overall damage buff for Shoe Blade. So it's 20 at bronze, 40 at 10 more damage at bronze, 20 more damage at silver, 20 more damage at gold. Okay. The weapon to the left of this has, alright, slight nerf. Very slight nerf to Silencer. 10 less damage at diamond tier rarity really doesn't matter that much. It feels like a very, very slight nerf. I think Silencer is still gonna be like one of Vanessa's best, like, small items. What is Silencer? I think it is. It makes one item builds very strong and one item build like the way. Fix a bug with all spyglass enchantments that read when you crit with an adjacent item not working correctly. Okay. Ooh, submarine. Ooh, submarine buff. Let's go. I think submarine was a pretty underrated item. So it's just starting at like higher damage. I think this is a very nice submarine buff. I think submarine is going to be a force in the early game. Especially if you have a way to scale. Even if you just have like a honing seal or a switchblade. Ooh. Nice. Torpedo is now down to 8-second cooldown. With fairly flat damage at the start, which I don't think is going to matter much. And now when you use it, it is now gaining 25, 50, and 75 with the levels from 20, 40 to 60. So slight change. Nice little torpedo buff. As I don't think torpedo is going to be all that good, but it's okay. Trebuchet with 15 more damage at bronze tier rarity. 10 more damage at silver rarity, 5 more damage at gold rarity, and no extra damage at diamond rarity. Alright, I was like forgetting the name of it there. I think this is nice. Now it's gonna make clicking on bronze trebuchet much easier, which I think is nice. Turtle shell now starts at gold tier. Oh man. Oh, damn. And now it also, like, applies less shield at... Wow, that's huge, actually. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Wow. So the whole change with this. So the big, like, theme of Vanessa's changes is they seem to be like pushing Vanessa away from like shielding being her strongest tool to like her damage being like the tool she relies on more, because it was kind of a weird decision to have Vanessa being like all about shielding when she's kind of meant to be like the rogue. I feel like kind of like the rogue, or like she's meant to be like burst you down is like feels like the idea of a lot of her items, with like ammo items having limited ammo. You gotta kill them before your ammo runs out. So yeah, interesting. I think Vanessa's gonna be interesting in this new update. The piranha nerf, the pufferfish nerf, I'm still kind of skeptical. I still think pufferfish is gonna be a good build route for Vanessa, but the biggest nerf here, I think, feels like the turtle shell being a gold tier item. That feels huge. That's like huge. You're gonna be seeing turtle shell way less now. That's huge, I think. That's crazy, dog. It's probably fair because, like, okay, let me just like peek ahead to see all the, okay, less pig changes. Thank you. Propis Chapui. This was like the weird little hat thing that like boosted, that like scaled adjacent items, if I remember. Gain the apparel type, cooldown 6 seconds. Oh yeah, just complete rework of it. Weapons gain 6, 9, 12 damage. Your heal items gain 6, 9, 12. Okay. If you have another tool, apparel, property, weapon, or friend, this has multicast for each. Whoa. Whoa. That sounds kind of cool. 6 seconds. Wow. That sounds so cool, actually. That sounds super cool. So you could have this thing be giving, like, at bronze rarity, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45 damage every 6 seconds. That's pretty wild. I think that's cool. And it can also hit your heal items and shield items. I think this item is gonna be kind of saucy. I'm excited to see this item get used. ATM, gain tech type, whatever. Beast of Burden. What the fuck? I just read that. Deal 40 damage when you buy an item. This gains that item's type. What? This has +1 multicast for each type it has. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Just a complete change to beast support. Wait, yeah, okay. When you buy an item, it no longer has the damage scaling effect. It now has a multicast scaling effect. I have no idea if this is gonna be good or not. This sounds like it. That is so interesting. At 10-second cooldown. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say it how I see it. This is kind of interesting, but if it's still at 10 seconds, I think this item might be dog shit. You're gonna need. I don't know. You need to find like damage scaling for it. And you need to find a lot to make it work. Maybe you could make it work. I don't know. It seems kind of dubious. Belt. Gain the apparel type. Okay. New item for Pygmalion. Boomerang. Weapon, toy. Deal 20. So it's gonna start at bronze tier rarity. Starts with 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 damage. When you win a fight against a monster, get a random loot item. Cool. Neat. Nice. I think that's definitely gonna be a good little item early. Cool. Booby trap. Gain the toy type. Why the fuck would a booby trap have a toy type? Interesting. Bootster. It's apparently a new keyword actually. It just occurred. I think apparel might just be a new like type. I can't remember anything that like previously had apparel. That's interesting. Gain the toy type. Fixed a bug with the icy not increasing its freeze duration. Bootstraps. Fuck are bootstraps? The fuck are bootstraps? Hold on. Okay. Opening up how Bazzar. What the hell were bootstraps? What? I've never seen this item before. I've literally never seen this item. I have no clue on what this is. It starts at silver tier rarity? Is this new? Is this new? No, it does not say that it's new. Oh, re-enabled. Okay, so this thing was disabled. Okay. I get it. So what did bootstraps do? It was every 50 gold you spend, upgrade an item of a lower tier. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Now it has the apparel type. Cool. For a second. This is a very good one on the soundtrack. Deal. Alright, little bit of a lower. I think this is gonna matter very little for Brass Knuckles because it was a pretty bad item before. I don't know. Caltrops. Gain toy type. Cargo shorts. Gained apparel type. Okay. Duct tape. Is it? I thought duct tape was a. I thought duct tape was a item for Dooley. Yeah, it's an item for Dooley. Why is that listed here? That doesn't seem right. Weird. Well, duct tape, shielding, a bit of a nerf to its shielding. Actually, huge nerf to its shielding. What the fuck? Now starts at 4, now goes from 8. Actually, big nerf to duct tape. I think that's probably good. Duct tape was a very problematic item. But I don't know if this change is gonna make that big of a difference. I don't know. That's a lot of shielding decreased. With Dooley shielding stuff, this probably won't matter that much. Ganjo. Sizable, but Ganjo now going from 10 to 15 to 20. Wow. It's now at every rarity, its effect is increased by 5. That's pretty big. I think Ganjo's gonna be like a force in the early game now. It's pretty cool. Gumball machine. I don't remember what Gumball's effect actually is to warrant a 1% cooldown. I don't know. I just, yeah, I have how Bazzar here, so, Gumball Machine. Field, okay, it's just dead. Heal 10, 20 to 30. Okay, well, in other words, this change seems like it doesn't really affect much. Soup. Your small items have 1 to 2 value. Start of each value, your small items gain 1 to 2 value. This seems... I guess you could just buy this now and you don't have to, like, hold it. I don't know. Doesn't really seem to do much. Marbles. Gain the toy type. Fix a bug where turbo marbles would haste... Wait, really? Would haste opponent's items? That's hilarious. That's so funny. That's really funny. That's really, really funny. I did not know that was a thing. Model ship. Gain toy types. Adjacent toys have 1 multicast. When you use an adjacent item, or change from... Wow. So let's look at some of the toy changes. So now Gumball Machine can have multicast. Caltrops can have... Jesus Christ, stop. Booby Trap can have multicast. Boomerang can have multicast, which doesn't really seem like it matters for that. Pickles can have multicast. Piggy Bank can have multicast. Piñata can have multicast. Hold on. Let's not read too far ahead. Money Tree now has flat like healing and has flat healing at base, and it's the highest like form of healing it could have at base, which is okay. Oh, all the Piggle tokens have. So you can give your Piggles multicast. Oh man, look out, man. Piñata. Yo, I'm gonna give my fucking Piñata multicast, man. Look out. Silk Scarf, renamed from Silk. Gained apparel type. Golden Silk Scarf value got gain. Now works on the items in the stash. Really? I didn't know that was a bug. Snow Globe, gain toy. Ah, so yeah, this is what they mentioned with like freezing changes. Freeze only medium or small items. Interesting. I don't know how much that's gonna change. I don't know how much that's gonna affect, because that probably is a like a sizable like nerf. It means that like it means that certain items, it means that like against like big item builds, large item builds, you're just worthless if you're trying to play with the snow globe. Yeah, that's probably pretty impactful. And like there's a lot of good like large item builds going into the late game, and like late game was previously the only place that Pig could really do anything. So like nerfing is like something he could do in the late game. Seems like a pretty significant change. Vending machine. Fix an issue where vending machine golden did not affect items in the stash. Not affect items. Wait. Also, wait. Tusktail is now slightly buffed at lower tier rarities. The fuck did... I thought vending machine just gave you... Not affecting items? Are they saying golden vending machine? Your chocolate bars and spare change have... Yeah, okay, that is what they're saying. Okay. I gotcha. Wait, your weapons gain 10, 15, 20, 25 damage, and your heal items gain 10, 15, 20, 25 healing. Heal for the fight from... Wow, so they have different values. Wait, no, they have the same value. Never mind. So yeah, nice little... Good buff to weights. Wow. When you overheal, charge this 1 second. Fix a bug. I always forget that that's how weight works, is that it's overhealing. I always forget that that's the idea with it. Yo-yo. Gain the toy type. Now this yo-yo is gonna be what you want to multicast. Okay, I see now. That is what you want to multicast. Very interesting. Reliable multicast yo-yo should be interesting. Alright, on to Dooley. So Dooley is definitely the character oh my god, there's so many changes. So, oh, fuck. We're... Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. I scrolled too far. I scrolled too far. Oops. Alright. Yeah, many dually changes. Many a dually change. Make sure OBS is capturing. Alright, let's look at this. Dually item changes. Armored core. Going from 20, so it's more at bronze. Let's shield items to the... Oh, wait, no, it's shielding itself. Oh, wait, never mind. I don't know how I feel about them buffing Armored Core in the early game, man. Ugh. Okay. Okay, check. What do they do to you, Ignition Core? Because you were the one that I found the most annoying. Alright, so yeah, they did nerf Ignition Core. That's good. Yeah. Dooley is definitely the character I know the least about. All I really know about, like, Dooley is just like, fuck you, Dooley, stop killing me. That's all I really know. Alright. Combat Core. Cooldown 5. Alright, increase the cooldown. Deal 30 damage, shield 30. Combat Core. What the fuck was combat? Oh, that thing was interesting. Okay. Slight little nerf. Slight little combat core nerf. Actually, 5 seconds is a pretty... Plus 1 second is actually a pretty, like, sizable nerf. Okay. Critical core. So now the damage scaling has been changed on critical core. Okay, similar with a lot of the other items. I think this should be good for critical core and good with like just all the core items. But, like, oh wait, these could only could the okay, they could start at bronze. They did start at bronze rarity. Like I don't play dueling, so like the core has gotten a pretty big damage boost at the lower tier rarities. That's interesting. Weaponized core. Weaponized core again. See, a lot of this stuff I am gonna have to look up because, like, Dooley's definitely the character I'm least knowledgeable on. Weapons to the right of this. So, seems like they're, oh wait, weapons to the right is gain. Damn, they're buffing weaponized core. That seems wild. Okay. Alpha Ray. So it deals less damage when you use the core or another ray. Your weapons gain 2, 3, 4, 5 damage for the fight. Wow. Oh. Wow. 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 What a nerf, man. What a nerf to Alpha Ray. It going from 3 to 6, 4 to 9, 5 to 5 from 12. Oh man, they fucking shot Alpha Ray. I'm gonna upgrade my Alpha Ray so it's like puffing one. Oh man, get fucked, Dooley. Get fucked. Holy shit. Arc Blaster. What's Arc Blaster again? I'm sorry. I don't remember. It's again. Okay. So it's getting deal 20, 40, 60 damage, deal 40, 60, 80, 100 damage. So Arc Blaster buff. Atomic Clock. Atomic Clock. This, changing it from giving a 1 second cooldown, I don't know, man. That seems like it like does absolutely nothing to it. Oh no. Like, it's, nobody's talking about like Atomic Clock for like the first 6 seconds of a fight. They're talking about it for like how it affects the long term of a fight. Man, I don't know. Alright, barbed wire now has flat 10 damage. When you shield, this gains 5, 10, 15 from 5, 10, 20. They nerfed barbed wire? Really? Was barbed wire that good? I never saw dualies running barbed wire. Really? Weird. Blast doors. Field 100. Fucking they giga buff blast doors. 50 shielding, 300. What? Why they nerf blast doors so much? Or why they? Damn, they like giga buff blast doors, man. Oh man. When your opponent uses a burnt weapon or burn charges 2 seconds. Ay. I don't know. This seems the blast door buff seems like it could just be like a free win in the early game. Oh wait, no. I'm so stupid, man. What am I talking about? What the hell am I talking about? No, it's been nerfed. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I'm like, oh, that must have been like a dyslexia moment right there. No, it's shielding 100. God, no. All right, no. I got these two numbers mixed up. Okay, then they nerfed blast doors. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what the fuck? They're buffing blast doors by that? No, they're nerfing it. 100, 200. So yeah, actually pretty sizable nerf to blast doors. Actually pretty big. This item might be worthless now. Brick Buddy shield. Now it's just its flat shielding that's been reduced. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna nerf like the barrel, I feel like you also need to nerf Brick Buddy like the same way, because both of those items were problematic in the same way. I don't know. I don't think I like that Brick Buddy change. I feel like if they just ignore Brick Buddy, I see like what's getting me more is that they went out of their way to nerf barrel, but they didn't nerf Brick Buddy. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Chrono Barrier. Gain 70, 75. Oh wait, shit. Wait, what's Bunker? I know I've seen this item like before. What the hell is Bunker? Ah. When you take damage from an item, shield 30, 40, 50% of the damage dealt. That being changed, you take 20, 30%, 40 less damage? Brother, what? Brother, huh? I guess it is a large item, so that's a lot of space it's taking up. I'm like, that seems really. It also just kind of seems useless against like poison or burn builds. Seems very strong against like Vanessa one-shot builds. I don't know, man. That seems like it could be damage reduction effects like that. Seems like they could be extremely problematic. We'll have to see though. Deal 6 damage, 6, 12, 18, 24, 5 from 5, 10, 20, 40. Okay, slight. Is going from 1 more shielding at bronze, 2 more shielding at. Alright, seems like kind of enough thing change for Chris Army Knife. I mean, Chris Army's Knife previous use was just kind of being like a small friend. At least that's what I think it was like. Again, I don't really know much about Dooley. Chrono Barrier. Okay, first up, I'm just not gonna even pay attention to this. Non-text items have their cooldown increased by 1.2 or 1 to 2 seconds. From enemy items have their cooldowns increased by 1 to 2 seconds. I don't think this changes much. You just run an item. This seems like kind of a nothing. I don't know. I guess this like limits what you can build with Chrono Barrier, but I don't think this fixes the issue of like Chrono Barrier being a toxic item. Dooley cybersecurity. What the fuck was this? What the fuck is cybersecurity? Oh, this thing. Heal 50, 30 each weapon have. This deals 2, 3 to 4 damages for each weapon or tech you have. Okay. Or wait, no. 30, 40 to 50. Okay. I don't think that's gonna change that much. I'm pretty sure this item was not good at 10 seconds. Yeah. Gain apparel tech. I do remember this item. Isn't this item like completely dog shit? Dually scarf. So now it's going from 75. When you use an adjacent, when this or an adjacent item gains freeze, remove it. I mean, 4-second cooldown, 75 shield is actually quite a bit. I wonder if this is usable now. Love to see. What was fiber optics? You use your leftmost item, charge your rightmost item. 1 to 2 seconds. Now. Re-enabling after the fixing a bug where it was not charging correctly. Okay. Clarence. Deal 20 damage. So now it's flat damage when you use a friend. This gains 15, 20, 25 damage for the fight. Okay. Less at low rarities, more at high. Or no. More at low rarity, less at high rarity. Okay. Claw arm. It's like when you slow. No, it's not. When this gains haste and this and the weapon to the left gain 5 to 10 damage. When this gains haste, the weapon to the left of this gain 20 to 20. Pretty big change to claw arm. Wow. We'll see if that'll be used. Cool LEDs. I don't remember what this does. I'm just out here. When you use the core, charges 1 second. So now it's a 5-second cooldown. Okay. Seems pretty decent. The Diana sword now has flat damage scaling. That's like the destroy small items one. First Aiden. Now starts at 40 is healing more at lower rarities, but now starts at a 4-second cooldown, which actually sounds like pretty decent nerf. The first Aiden. Interesting. Okay. Armadillo is now 8 seconds. That sounds pretty substantial. Still, I think our Armadillo's like starting damage is a bit too high, starting at 50 damage when you pick it up. But I think that's a pretty alright. I think that's a good nerf to it. Oh shit, I skipped granola bar. Gain 30, 60, 90 shielding. I mean, what did granola? Did you ever see a dually running granola bar? I don't think you did. Isocratic freezer is now 5 seconds, which sounds nice. Induction Aegis is also 5 seconds, but it's shielding and burning. All right, well, it's burning one more or one less at diamond rarity. Oh man. And it's shielding 5 more at. Oh, it's shielding 5 more at every rarity. So okay. Pretty big nerf to Induction Aegis, though. 1 extra second is a pretty big deal. So it's 2 extra laser pistols, 2 extra damage at bronze. 4 extra damage at silver. No extra damage at gold. Less damage at diamond. Okay. Oh shit, where was I? Mech molds. The fuck was this thing? The hell was this thing? Mech molds. It was cooldown 6, deal 25, 50, 100 damage. When this gains haste, your weapons gain damage for the fights. When this gains haste, your shield items get damage for the fight. Alright, so starts at higher damage now at lower rarities. When this gains haste, your weapons gain 4, 6, 8 from 2, 3, 4, and it does the same thing with the shield. So I don't think you're ever gonna see a dually running this still, but maybe you will. I don't know. Maybe you'll start seeing this. Missiles now has 1 more second but does more damage at lower rarities. Side grade, I think in the grander scheme, I think that's a nerf. I think that's definitely a nerf. Nitrogen Mamasaur. Now has flat damage. When you destroy an item during combat, your dinosaurs permanently gain 30 to 40 damage from 25. So less at less at gold, more at gold, less at diamond. Okay. Nitrogen Hammer. What is this thing? Oh, this was a dually item? Cooldown 8 seconds. Then you freeze. Okay. It will also be affecting if you get this from like the Frost Street Champion. Nitrogen, deal 50 damage, so it's flat freeze 1, medium or small item, along with a lot of the other freeze changes. When you freeze, this gains 40 to 50 damage for the fight. Although, actually, I want to check something. Did a ice pick? So they didn't give the freezing change to ice pick, which I think is interesting, even though they said that they were like changing a lot of the stuff. Omega Ray. When you use the core or another ray, this and adjacent burn items gain 2, 3, 4 burn for the fight. They're buffing Omega Ray, which is interesting. Eerie Conditioner. This. I've never seen this item be used. But now it freezes only mediums or smalls. Pulse Rifle being nerfed to 5 seconds is probably a good nerf to it. It is also scaling less, which is interesting. Scaling way less actually at like diamond rarity, and like a good little bit less at like gold rarity. Oh wait, this was Pulse Rifle? Oh shit. Oh shit, wait, okay, this is like a different item. This was a different item than I thought it was. I thought this was the one that scaled with burn. Wow. 5 seconds on the Pulse Rifle should actually be a really big deal for Dooley. Interesting. Wow. Rocket Launcher. Now starts at bronze tier rarity. Deal 8, 12, 16. So it's doing slightly more damage at lower tier rarities, but a good bit less damage at diamond tier rarities. And is burning... It's burning more at... It's burning more at... Making it their silver rarity than it is, but 1 less at diamond rarity. So now the big one is just now that starts at a bronze tier item. I don't really see many dualies running rocket launcher, so I don't know how big of a change this is gonna be. Did it 6 multicast? Well, it'll probably be a good item. This is probably a good item you're gonna see a bit. I can imagine. Schematics redesign. When you level up, get a random tech item. This sounds like it's just there for econ. Not that great. Security camera. Okay, this is another item I've never seen run. Shield 50, 75, 100, 20, 125. So yeah, less at low, more at lower, less at higher. Same as the rest. Fix a bug where restorative security camera buffed itself twice. Wallace gain 10 shield. This gains 10, 15, 25. Sorry, okay. So flat shielding and boosted scaling shielding. Okay. Seems nice. Walter, cool. Yo, Walter. Starts at silver tier rarity. It reduces its cooldown if you level it up. Permanently gain 10, 15, 20 max HP. Okay. I think this is probably a nerf. Because now you see it, you can't see it early. Yeah, this is probably a nerf. Alright, and that's, oh wait, we have welding mask here. Shielding more at bronze, more at silver, less at gold, less at diamond. Same as a lot of the others. So yeah, I think I do like this. I like the scaling changes because it is gonna make a lot more items clickable in the early game at bronze while they're at bronze rarity. And I feel like a lot of items shielding less at diamond are like having a lot of items having like less flat, have like lower flat amounts at like diamond rarity doesn't matter that much, because like, one, those changes were already like not significant into the late game, where you would be upgrading them to like diamond rarity, and again, you like are not spending your upgrades on like flat, on stuff that gains flat damage, unless it's like there's like some case like an add-a-lotl, like, so you can like get it to start activating quicker, so you can maybe like get the rest of your board to go quicker. Ability boots. Gained apparel types. Aren't these literally just the things you sell? They sure are. Basilisk Fang. Corrected an issue where this was multiplying crit chance by 25 instead of adding 25. While your enemy has poison. Hold up, this is a different. This is not the item I think it is. On. Oh, this is the item I thought it was. Oh, you know, with this item, I think I just thought it was I thought this item was just like lifesteal and nothing else. Well, if your enemy has poison, this has more crit chance. Interesting. When your enemy has poison, this has 100% crit chance. Okay. Alright, cryo sleeve. What was this? This was the thing that the enforcer had, or I don't remember, the ice guy that kicks your ass. Gained apparel type. Fix a bug where the freeze reduction applied to enemy items as well. Interesting. Okay. A new item in Dragon's Breath. As an other item. 8 seconds. Burn 8 when use an adjacent item or dragon item. This gains 2. Wait, what? Adjacent item or dragon item. Isn't that just redundant? Is it saying that it's gonna scale twice as fast if it's a dragon item? Gains 2, 3, 4 burn for the fun. Like, does that? It's not like a nothing. Because if it just works with any item, then like, what's the point of it being a dragon? Like, there's no point of it being a dragon item if literally any other item is gonna work. That's weird. Dragon Whelp. Gain the dragon type. Cooldown increases if you level up. Damage increases if you level it up. Goggles. Gained apparel. Gained apparel type. Repair bot. Gained tech. Knee brace. Gained apparel. Lifting gloves. Gained apparel. Adjacent top hat. Apparel. What was this item? Oh, it was like you sold it and it leveled up your thing. So all of these changes seem like built to buff or specifically beast of burden. So now you can get the apparel type like easier. Elements. Gained apparel type. Robe. Gained apparel. Wait, what? Ooh, I thought that was a pig item. That's a pig item. Rocket boots. Apparel. Shadow cloak apparel. Singularity. What was singularity? From Dead by Daylight? Small item for... Okay. Game tech type. Teddy. What was Teddy? What was Teddy? What the hell? The hell is this thing? I've never seen this thing. Gain the toy type. Alright, so previously this was 8 cooldown, multicast 2, deal 100 damage. When you use an adjacent friend or item with ammo, charges 1 second. When you take or lose shield, this gains 5% crit. Okay. When you use another toy, friend, or ammo item, this gains charge. Alright, so now this counts toys, 25% crit base. Okay. The Eclipse. Gain tech type. Wrench and hammer. Renable app. What the fuck happened to the music there? Wrench and hammer. Not on Bazzar. What was this? Charge your non-weapon items by 1 to 2 seconds. Fix bug where the golden enchantment for several items was not displaying correctly. Okay. Alright. Now we are on to the skill changes. A lot less skill changes this time, so let's check this out. Hardened Shield. I have to probably check. I don't remember the skill names very well, so Hardened Shield was... Hardened Shield. It was Hardened Shield. That's a miss! Wrong! It's Hardened Shield there, but it's actually called Hardened Shield. When your enemy uses a weapon, your shield items gain 5, 10, 15 damage for the fight. When your enemy uses a weapon... Alright. When your enemy uses a weapon, your shield items gain 5 to 10. So, nerf to Hardened Shield. Okay. Dual Wield. Has replaced Mr. Moo's skill Shell Shocked. It's fucking dual wield. Dually wield? This is a new skill, I think. If you have exactly 2 weapons, your items have 50% multicast. Interesting. Waters of Infinity. What is this thing? Ah, okay. It was. You have 10, 15 regeneration for each non-item you have. Non-weapon. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of regeneration that this gives you. Wow. Interesting. Cryo Master. The first 3 to 6 times you shield each fight, freeze an item for you freeze for 2 seconds. From when you freeze, your shield items gain 3 to 5 damage. This seems like a huge buff. Big buff to... This seems like very big. Freezing for like 6 seconds whenever you shield. Or at least at the first time you shield. Or the first 3 times you shield. Then you can bring that up to 12 seconds of effective freezing. Yeesh, that sounds harsh. That sounds kind of brutal. Alright. Nearing the end here. Stop that. Fix a bug at Diamond Tier Rarity was only slowing for 6 milliseconds instead of... for 6 milliseconds instead of 6 targets. Lamau. I remember seeing this bug and I thought it was really funny. Poison Tyrant. Fix an issue where Poison Tyrant regen did not trigger off opponent. Really? Fix an issue where it only triggered from small aquatic items. Captain's Charge. Fix an issue where this was not triggering. Really? Really, I do remember what that was, and I remember what Crashing Wave was. Reinforced Steel. What is this? You use a property, your weapons gain 5, 10, 15 damage when you shield items gain 5, 10, 15. Fix an issue where this triggered off opponent's properties. Wow. And finally, we have the monster updates only one to the Vectron Octopus. My goat remembers how to use Octopus correctly, gaining 50 base damage on it. Oh my god. Remembers how to use Octopus correctly. Alright. And that's the changes. So, what are my thoughts so far? Okay, let's go to the big theme. Let's go to the big themes here. Overall, I think this is a decent patch. So yeah, leveling, the big change was the scaling on a lot of these items. This is a lot of changes to Vanessa's bronze tier weaponry. So it's now like gaining more damage. I think that is gonna be a good change to a lot of. Well, yeah, obviously it's a good change. Okay, what am I actually trying to say? How do I feel about that change? I think it's good because like shield scaling. An issue with the game was that like items that did shield scaling were a lot stronger than anything that did weapon scaling. I think that still might be the case, but now weapons like the Now weapons will start a lot higher, which might allow you to, like, if you have enough of them, you might be able to, like, burst past those. I don't know, it's a bit debatable. I think not nerfing Brick Buddy, but nerfing Barrel is a really questionable decision. It's kind of just like, I don't know, it's very questionable to me. Kind of double standards, if you ask. It feels like. What else was there? I was hoping to see them do stuff with, like, freezing in the icy enchantment and like cooldown increasing. They didn't really do that. I think, in my opinion, they should just, like, remove skills like Bong, make it so Spyglass is not I think they should just remove, like, increasing enemy cooldowns. Because I think that is just, I don't think that's okay. And they kind of just did a huge, like, band-aid fix on, like, Atomic Clock and, like a unbelievably minor nerf on. No, they did the band-aid fix on, not even a band-aid fix, they, like, slightly changed, like, Chrono Barrier and, like slightly nerfed Atomic Clock. I don't know, man. Also, most freeze effects now target items equal to smaller. There was, like, only, like, 2 items that had that change. It was just like Snow Globe and, like, that other item for Dooley, that, like, little robot guy. Overall, I think this patch is decent. I do wish to see it. I do wish they to improve some other stuff. What I'm excited about is Pig does seem a good amount better. I kind of wish they buffed property Pig builds because I really wanted to see those builds, like, be able to do something. But it kind of seems like with Pig, they just buffed what was already good with him, which was, like, scaling weapon builds. At a lot with the new, with, like, the fucking Apropos and the Ganjo change, seems like it's gonna be pretty impactful. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed this different kind of video, this patch analysis. Nice little hour, 17 minutes, longer than I thought it would be honestly, but that's alright. Anyway, that's gonna be this episode of, well, this isn't technically the Bazzar, but that's gonna do for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And all of you out there, have a nice day.